Anyways, I'm here today. My name is Peter Bogdanov, Legend Inc. Here today with one of my longtime customers. I think we said 12 years.
12 years.
12 years since he came in and got the Lion of Narnia covered up. Is that what we called it?
It was. Once you called it that, I really didn't want it anymore.
I think it's important that when you first meet a customer that you give them a really bad insult on the cover up they're covering up. And that's where our relationship started. He had this lion on his arm. And most people get lions to be fierce and, like the Leo, the lion. But this poor little guy looked like a third grade girl's fucking imaginary friend lion. So we called it the Lion of Narnia.
Well, it just needed wings.
Yeah.
It didn't have wings.
He didn't feel that insulted. It was a really bad, it was a really bad lion. Why'd you want to cover it up?
Well, like you said, I didn't like the tattoo, and I heard from around town that you're a good tattoo artist. So I went and checked you out. Used my wife as a guinea pig, and you did a tattoo on her neck first. I just wanted to make sure you didn't blow it out, which you didn't.
I did not.
And so then I came back. I said, let's do this. Let's get rid of this thing. And you were in a tattoo studio at an old bar in Eureka Square, Pacifica. And you're working there, and your son might have been your apprentice because he was there too. And I think he did a little bit of tattoo, but like small stuff then.
So that was about 2015 then. We ended up moving Legend Inc., or actually the Truth Tattoo at that time, into Longboard's Margarita Bar. It was a pretty big bar. They had another side of the bar that had some quieter space. Not that it was that quiet, because it was a bar. But that is in Pacifica, 2015-ish is when we did that. And I do remember doing Michelle's neck tattoo. I did laugh because he sent the woman and children first to make sure I was competent. And then we got going. We ended up doing a freestyle tattoo, an octopus with a skull as a head. And at that time, you didn't really see a lot of octopus skull combinations. I don't know if it was from the tattoo I did or what it was, but all of a sudden we started seeing them more often. But I freestyled a skull onto an octopus. That was the first tattoo. And then we moved to Neptune
Keep Neptune works. To a great old ship. And that reminded me of when I was in the Navy. So the whole water thing kind of came together for me.
Yeah. So we ended up doing Neptune, the Trident, kind of did a 3D pop effect where we had the Trident coming out, looking like it was really close to you. And then Neptune's face was kind of back, blurred out a little bit. And then down below, we did a ship as part of the tattoo. What was it about the nautical theme that worked for you?
Yeah, like I said, man, I come from, I was in the Navy, so was my grandfather, right? So just that whole sea, and like rough patches is a storm that it's going through. I like that. It was cool. I like it. So it meant a little something to me.
Cool. Yeah. I think tattoos mean more when they do have some sort of history or heritage behind them. I do stuff on myself and my Russian culture, and obviously the Navy and ships being involved. What about the Phoenix? Our next tattoo project was something on his ribs and stomach area. Pretty hard area to tattoo, but we ended up doing a Phoenix, another freestyle piece that we kind of just drew on his stomach and then went. Tell us about it.
The Phoenix. The Phoenix was representing, like, at a time when I got it, like, rebirth, like most people get Phoenixes, just that power to be able to start over again. So I always liked the power of the Phoenix. So it wasn't more than that, though. It wasn't like big old history like the other side. It was more just thought it was a cool idea, and I was like, I could do that. So throw that on there, and it ended up looking really cool. It actually hurt like hell. I don't get your ribs tattooed. Just don't do it.
We even do lidocaine, and I can say on a stomach tattoo, it helps. It does help, but stomachs are an extremely painful spot to get tattooed. Even with lidocaine, you're going to work that day, to say the least. It's a very, very hard spot. Ed does have the tendency to do big tattoos on his small, frail, uh, little boutique body that he has. So he didn't tell me to do a little phoenix. We did a large phoenix. Of course, I always go a little larger than when people ask.
That's why I'm already large. It just goes and it fits now. If you're little, maybe not. I don't see. I don't know.
Full body.
Full body. Full body.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say about the 2 tattoos so far? I know we're about to do a third one.
Well, yeah. I mean, this tattoo that I'm getting a big cover up of a poorly drawn eagle that I've had since I was around 18, and it's gonna be a dragon that comes around over a gypsy holding a crystal ball, or a witch maybe even, and it's gonna look sick. So this kind of reminds me of my wife, who's kind of like a witch. And the dragon's me, I guess, trying to breathe fire on her ass. So there you go. So it does mean something.
I think I'm gonna leave that one alone.
She's a proud witch, by the way. I'm not being mean.
I would say I don't know what their home life was like, but I do. As I traveled a lot and stayed with Ed and Michelle during the process. But yeah, covering up another animal tattoo. Ed was apparently not good at picking animal tattoos when he was younger in life. Or I think it was more that he wasn't good at picking tattoo artists when he was younger.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I was just young. I was just like, get it, throw it on.
Yeah.
You don't think about it.
You can't be like that, especially if you're getting decent sized tattoos, because unless you're not going to be comfortable with mediocre work on you for forever. So this will be the second cover up that we do, and we are going to do a chest and arm down to the elbow. So pretty good size tattoo. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. This is the third large scale tattoo for Ed, and I have a tendency to, it's kind of what I do, is stick with people for a while and do more full body work. Do you aim to do that, or it just happens to be that our tattoos are good size?
Yeah, I mean, I think, when I first met you, you talked me into larger scale tattoos just because they fit the body better. And I believe that. I think they do too. The work shows, you get more detail in a bigger tattoo. So yeah, and as far as like working with you, you what turned into like a tattoo turned into a friendship, right? You're awesome. So you got that too. So
yeah, I like to. I explain that to people. When you spend 40 hours, 50, 60 hours, I would say me and Ed have probably tattooed about 50, maybe 60 hours now. He's got a whole torso piece that you'll see we'll be running photos and videos alongside this interview. So you'll get a firsthand of the scale of his tattoos. But it's kind of hard not to have a friendship when you spend that kind of time together. And then for the tattoo person, they're usually some sort of therapeutic side to it, I think. When you get this kind of scale of tattoos, your tattoo does end up being a therapy. And I don't necessarily think it's the pain, but when you come here, you end up talking a lot, and the pain does happen, and then your adrenaline's flowing and bubbling, and I think you just get more personal with. It's not like going to a bar and you have a couple of drinks. You tell the bartender some secret. Well, 40 hours later with me, the secrets they run deep, right? Like the stories we end up knowing about each other are extravagant in comparison to, let's say, a bartender or something. So I think that's where the friendship in tattooing really, really solidifies.
Yeah. I think tattoo artists should sign disclaimers that they won't say to anybody else what you tell them during tattoo sessions.
Yeah.
Because you get a little drunk, sometimes take a couple sips, and then you get 6 hours of pain, and you just start talking. It's almost like, what do you call it? Torture.
I think we should do like a nude TV, like Jerry Springer meets the tattoo world, and just air everybody's dirty laundry while we're getting tattooed.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be a good live program, a long tattoo session, and then just cut out just the parts.
Just
There'll be some parts.
There'll be some parts that definitely
Yeah.
know how to talk. Well, I
All right.
think that's it for today with Ed. We're going to be doing a few more of these series with the clients, just getting a little bit personal, finding out about the tattoos, put the life that goes with the person getting the tattoo. I know a lot we show the photos and videos of the tattoos, but we very rarely get in and meet the person behind the person getting the tattoo. So look forward for more. This is Ed Hunt. I'm Peter Bogdanov, Legend Inc. Thank you.
Don't try these stunts at home.